Uncle Take, how's it going? Oh, jeez. Well, thanks, Neon Angel. That's quite the compliment. Genuine Comics, how's it going? Shotgun Scream, how's it going? Seeing inking happening live is somewhat uniquely educational. I kind of get it. This tool is gonna piss me off. Winners Inc. on Saturdays. I guess they do. If they do, then I do as well. Genuine Ink. Those. It could be two different things. Generally speaking, it could just be blood being splattered everywhere. If you kind of know the premise of the stupid fan comic that I'm working on here and what's going on in it, it kind of takes on a whole potential other meaning, which I don't know if I should explain because it probably sounds really stupid. But it's funny to me. But yeah, Genuine Comics, we'll just say it's blood splattering everywhere. Saboteur. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And then I need to switch over to a brush. Patrick, how's it going? Mike McMahon, hello, sir. My birthday was fine. Last Tuesday. It's nothing like, oh my God, amazing. It was just another day, honestly. I went to work, got a bunch of messages of, happy birthday wishes and stuff like that. And it was fine. No big deal. Just another day where I'm an older man. Still younger than you. Yeah, but not by much, man. Not by much. Shotgun Screamer looking at the back issues of the Portasio T-Bear X Factor issues. Mind-blowing inking. I agree. I think that's the best Portasio stuff I've ever seen. And I think they just are so dang good. I love that stuff. I have to say that unfortunately, I've never been as impressed by anything Portasio has done ever since his X Factor run, just personally. Of course, he's done some really good stuff, obviously, because he's an incredible, you know, drawer, illustrator. But that X Factor stuff was like peak. It's just been kind of diminishing returns for me ever since. Yeah, Mike, that run was dope. Um, well, it's the way T-Bear inked Iceman, but with the pencils of Portasio laying down a really dynamic, interesting look. Portasio's portrayal of Iceman is my favorite. Nate, what's up, my dude? Hey, ever awesome. How's it going? Trying to read these names. Nearly as well. Yeah, Mike, 100%, dude. The way that he drew Iceman in his ice form and his power signature with those ice rings around his wrist. In Fantasyland, where I was ever given an opportunity to draw for Marvel and I got to draw Iceman, that's what he would look like. I'd be like, Portasio defined the way this should look. Sheldon, you were going through my J. Scott Campbell playlist. By the way, hi, Sheldon. I don't know if I missed you saying hi. Sorry about that. Nate, master of the team shot. I don't know about that. I've come to realize I've got a big problem with doing like tangent issues and things like that I've got to start paying attention to. But that's why I keep doing them. Try to get better at it and not make those mistakes later. Master of the money shot. There you go. That's more like it. Sheldon, I've read most of your book. Enjoying it. I just have another guy ahead of you that I've been delaying forever. That I'd be a real jerk if I skipped him over again, but I might actually have to because I can't access the link to his book again. So anyway, my point being, Sheldon, I've been reading your book.
We have a little joke. We love to train kids from 2 to 102, especially our senior population, or what we call our active agers. Yeah.
Yeah, using a crow quill. It's an extreme love-hate relationship. If the pen nib is not worn out or the tip screwed up, and if the ink is flowing right, and if you're kind of lucky, I feel like I can produce lines from this in a short, quick stroke, the likes of which I can't get with something else. But so often, this fucking tip, it gets bent or skewed somehow, Or sometimes the ink just won't fucking flow off the damn nib. And you find yourself fighting with it all the time. Um, and then you start wondering if my lack of ability in using it is worth the frustration in trying to get better at it. But I want to learn how to throw ink lines like those masters of old. And I don't think I'm ever going to get there. On occasion I kind of get something sort of similar, but the problem is when I get a line that I really like, I can never reproduce it a second time because the tools are just not cooperating. And everyone should be getting along, artist and tools. And sometimes just these damn nibs just fight you every step of the way. Nate, I don't know. Light source is sort of above coming down, sort of. It's kind of vague. Yeah, Sheldon, you see Sandra Hope using crow quills? It does. She makes it look so good, but she's a freaking master. Yeah, she does so well. Drives me nuts. Decon's Abstract says great layouts. Thank you. Jester Hero, thank you. I think I'm just gonna put this quill away. It's just pissing me off. Of course, the other thing is if you could see under the light, you know how the ink beads up off these things. You have to be really careful working around them, or you'll smear it. So there's a lot of frustrating drawbacks, and it's just pissing me off the more I use it. So I'm going to set it aside. Sheldon, 100%. Yeah, this Black India ink, when you throw that stuff down, it is pitch black on there and it doesn't pull up. You are not wrong. And that makes a big difference. I agree completely. No, I use those, Nate. That's what I got right here. I've been using them for like a year, but I still can pull lines from the Hunt 102 nib that you can't get with anything else, in my opinion. Um, it's just not the same. But the frustration versus the success rate ratio is so off balance for me because I don't know how to use it great. Um, it's just driving me nuts. But yeah, I've been using the Tombow Fuendo Suke, however they said. Yeah, I've been using these for a long time, relatively speaking. Um, yeah, at least a year.
Are you guys here for the halftime show? Oh, no. We're here to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. So that's why the emu is here? Yes. And the emu has a name. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's so sick of those commercials.
Full of Magic Spoon cereal, your close. A fruity flavor blast that's
Jeez.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed and bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the powers where we all hands, hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Now some have died and some are alive, and others sail on the sea. The keys to the cage and the devil to the grave were laid to Fowler's grave. Yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. All together, hoist the colors high. Thieves and beggars, never shall we die. The bell has been raised from its watery grave. Do you hear its sepulchral tone? We call to all, pay heed the squall, and turn yourselves toward home.
Yeah, Sheldon, you ever heard this version of this song before? Hoist the Colors by the Bass Singers. It's one of my favorite things ever. I'd never even heard the version from Pirates of Caribbean before I heard this. That would be fun to play at my table at Comic-Con. If you've got a really good sound system with a good bass, I recommend playing this song. It's so damn good. Even my kids love it. Yeah, I think it was in the third movie. I've actually never seen beyond the first two. And so I heard this song, and then it wasn't until after listening to that version of it multiple times that I found out that it was in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm like, oh, all right. I went and watched the scene on YouTube. I'm like, all right, I get it now. Doesn't hold a candle. The original in the movie doesn't hold a candle to that version, in my opinion. Cute. But yeah, I would listen to that song all the time when I was doing my He-Man fan comics. That one really inspired me in the tone of it. That and the Valhalla Calling song, if you know what that one is. You think you've seen them all of them except the one with Penelope Cruz? For some reason, I just stopped after number 2. I don't know, and I never went back. I just wasn't interested. Milli Vanilli for inspiration when I'm writing. Hey, I kind of like some of their stuff for real. Oh, you heard it the first time on one of my lives? Yeah. Um, this version actually, it's like a duet with somebody else, and it's just like, man, this made me feel my He-Man fan comic. This is the soundtrack to it. Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise and remain. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, brave and soar over new frontiers. Boom. And cycles of a mighty German shields and spears. Clouds of favor of the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clanning king. Like all hammers and the crash of thunder, bound within. The echoes of eternity. Calling me. To pluck the strings of destiny. Calling me. Valhalla calling me. Sails of swaying on crimson rivers, blood and glory in the mighty wheels. Hills of shatter as the splintered timbers, iron and steel. Fires are rising in the Valkyrie, in glory, takes us into rolling souls. Rolling flavor in the sound of singing as stars fall. The echoes of eternity. To the strength of destiny. Calling me.
Set me free. Will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. Oh, the echoes of eternity. To love that brings a destiny. Calling me, calling me.
Hell yeah.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Isn't it time you earned daily cash back on your everyday purchases? Apply for Apple Card in the Wallet app to see your credit limit offer. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Smile, thank you. Looks like a Viking ninja, like Berserk manga. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's an awesome way of thinking about it. Can you guys still hear me? My phone was trying to tell me that I wasn't connected to the internet anymore. Am I still live? Can you guys still hear me? Uh-oh. I think I lost my stream. My Leo, is your internet working? Is your video playing? Yeah, I think the internet cut out on everything. Might take a minute before it comes back up. Oh, okay. Did it come back? You guys can hear me? Because everything's shut off on my end in terms of internet in my house.
Good as well.
Okay, you're playing too? All right. It does that sometimes, son. It do be like that sometimes. Okay, well, at least everything turned back on. Don't know why it did it, but these are really first world problems. Okay, well, thanks, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Sheldon, I don't know if you heard me earlier say that I have been reading your book and I want to do a video on it soon, but I do have another guy that I owe a video to for the last 2 or 3 months. So I've got to get to that one first.
Which foundation is good for a steam? All right, it's a hot body.
Oh no, Sheldon, come on. I kind of have to at this point. I don't feel obligated. I want you to understand that. But if you would like it and you're okay with it, I want to do it. Plus, I have yet to turn anybody down, really. There might come that one time where I tell somebody to go fuck themselves. Like, you suck. I ain't gonna touch your book. Get the old Rob Norton treatment, which I don't know that carries any weight or meaning for anybody, but especially if you're going to be doing a crowdfunder eventually for you were talking like you've got your next book you're going to be doing, issue 2. Yeah, pretty much have to. I mean, kind of. What's the time frame in between your completion of the art for issue 1 and your theoretical completion for your art in issue 2, if you don't mind my asking?
Okay, Richardson, the holidays are done. We thought so too, but then Rhode Island just gave us their best deal. What?
So you finished the first one in 22 and you wanted the next one done. So Sheldon, quite a number of years in between issues then, right? Because I was noticing like you put in pages for the upcoming issue for the next one in the back of this one, and it felt like a significant difference in terms of like just a big jump in confidence and skill. I know everyone drawing obviously that is kind of the default thing that happens if you're drawing. If you keep doing it, your newer pages should look better than your older pages. But there was just something going on in the preview pages in the back of your book where it felt like you got more confident and like a heavier use of dark shapes like shadows and stuff like that that were not present in large parts of the first book. Is that a thing? Addie, you just watched Mummy again for the second time this year. Now I'm painting Dr. Burns with the new watercolor paper you got. Um, you're redrawing all those pages? Well, I'm sure it can only be better. Um, but yeah, I was noticing, if I'm, seeing correctly, remembering correctly, that Sheldon, in your book, there was not a lot of heavy shadow in like black shapes almost anywhere in the book. But then the preview pages, they were filled with it, and it just looked a lot better to me. And again, that's not I'm not trying to like speak negatively of your book or your art at all. I'm just saying it feels like you found a better, a more confident way to make the art. Just the heavier shadows. Um, it just looked more finished and more carried more weight than the open line thing. Ms. Addie, why do I add those little plus sign sparkles on the arms? If you're talking about Addie, like here and here, it's a comic book trick. I don't know who originated it, but whenever a penciler draws something because they hand it off to an inker, X indicates this area is to be filled in black. X just means solid black. So it's just a indication of where shadow goes, like heavy flat blacks, if that makes sense. Yeah, again, I don't know who come up with it originally, but it's just a way to let an inker know, or even the artist himself as he's drawing, even if the penciler inks it, it's just a way to indicate this area solid black. Sheldon, you say you're glad it looks confident. You're always struggling with shadows. I try to make myself use them instead of hatching. Sometimes I think I win and sometimes not. I'm the same way. Um, I find that when I force myself to do heavier shadows and solid black shapes instead of hatching, it always feels unnatural and wrong. But in the end, I'm always happier with the look than I was expecting. And it always feels like a little bit of a struggle, but I'm usually always happier with the result. Mr. Mello, how are you? Addie, are you sad every time a doctor dies, even though a character dies, even though you know he does? I don't know if I remember what character Dr. Burns is in that movie. Who is that? I don't. Who's the actor? Because I've watched that Mummy. I mean, we're talking about the Brendan Fraser movie one, right? I honestly don't recall. Okay, Addie, I think I remember. Yeah, one of those kind of secondary characters. Um, I think I remember now. Mr. Mello, I was looking at that art you posted recently, that sketchbook with the big heavily shadowed face where you said you were inspired by Chuck Gibson inking. That face looked incredible, man. I thought it looked so good. I was like, that right there is a cover to a comic, right there. That black and white shadowed face, like that would just be a cover to a book right there. Totally fantastic. Ugh, pardon my hiccup. Addie's got to go see this. Addie is a booster. She makes everyone feel positive, and I like her for that. Maybe one of the times you watch it, he'll make it out alive. Maybe this time. Let's talk crackish. Mr. Mello, did Chuck ever contact you, or did you contact him about working something out with inking that piece or not? I still feel really bad about that. I'm like, nah, I don't want to bug Chuck with this. I don't want to like just volunteer stuff for him. Meanwhile, Chuck's over there seeing it anyway, going, man, I'd like to ink that. I was like, son of a bitch. Mr. Crash, Mr. Crash, Mr. Crash, Mr. Okay, no, that's good. I'm glad. Um, one of the all right, I was going to say a negative, and I don't mean it as a negative, but Chuck's kind of proprietary about the inks he does on a thing, meaning if someone else has already inked it, he doesn't want to touch it. If it's going to get inked, he wants to be the only one kind of have done it. And so I kind of think that there's a world where because you already finished it, he kind of doesn't want to touch it now because it's already done. Um, so I don't know if that affects anything. I'm not trying to speak for him again, but I could have at least asked him on your behalf. But yeah, I hope you guys make something because Chuck does some neat stuff, and obviously, clearly. Yeah, Addie, if you like to follow art channels, YouTube channels that do art, follow Mr. Mello, Art of the Round Table there. You won't be disappointed. Narcissistic cannibal. Psycho, narcissistic cannibal. Well, thanks for stopping in, Addie. One of these days, I know we've said it, but I can't wait until we have the opportunity, or just me personally, to get to see your art. I always talk about this stuff you're painting and drawing and doing, and I can't wait to see it. So, whenever that opportunity presents itself, I look forward to that day, whenever it may be. Mello says, Sheldon, I tried drawing with 4H on smooth Bristol and failed miserably. Is it because a bunch of lead smeared everywhere? Oh, couldn't erase it. Sheldon, how many pages are completely done from this comic? Sheldon, you mean like completely finished, like pencils and inks? Ghosted errors everywhere.
Yeah, of course your financial plan can help support the movie runners, your family.
Oh, I don't letter the thing until it's all done. So I'm just waiting on Chuck to get it done, and then I'll letter the entire thing in you know, 2 or 3 sittings. But I've had it penciled, as I'm sure you know, for months now. And Chuck has something like, God, I should just pull it. Hold on. I was actually asking him this the other day, like how many pages does he have left? Because he does them in batches and small segments, just kind of, I guess, kind of what he's feeling in the moment. Hold on a second. Let me. Let's see. Um, okay, Sheldon. In terms of inking, Chuck says he's got 5 story pages, like sequential pages, that are each better than halfway finished. And then after that, he's got 2 story pages he hasn't started. So, and I forgot the count of how many pages my book is. It's 32 or 34 pages in terms of sequential art, the story. That's not including pinups and shit. So he's got 2 pages he hasn't started and 5 that are about halfway done. So it's more than 3/4 artistically done. So we're getting close. Mellow. Science. I knew it. Todd, you see I wasn't watching football again? You can pretty much say that about me anytime. That is a guaranteed correct assessment of me at all times.
Having your cash sit in a savings account that doesn't grow, you're losing value on it. Yeah. It's not keeping up with inflation.
I was honestly pretty scared to switch, but
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole sign up page, everything. I'm just, I feel like I'm still a little bit farther out. It's not quite the time to set it up yet. Because, like I said, I want to have the book done, like 100% completed. I want to be able to show in my hands a proof copy of the book. So when I do the crowdfunder and I have the teaser video for it or whatever, when, you go to the Kickstarter page and, here's a little video to click on it to hear about what it is. I want to be able to show it's done. Here's a copy of it. There's no waiting. It's done. It's ready to go. I just kind of need to know who's interested. I'm kind of nervous about the crowdfunder part of it, not having ever done it before. But I keep telling myself that I've got an extremely valuable platform from which to announce it to those people out there who might be interested. So I'm starting from a point that's, for lack of a better term, better off than a lot of people. I've been lucky enough to cultivate a voice that's a decent amount of people are listening to. So I don't know, Sheldon. I've never done this before, so I don't have a experience to know. I just feel like I'm still a little ways out from it. You know what I mean? Like I was saying. And maybe I'm missing an opportunity. You know, I'm not acting like I have the knowledge of this is the best thing to do, but I guess I'd feel weird about putting up a sign up page that's still 3 months out, for example. Mello, thanks for stopping in, man. It's noise. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Todd, you go to sleep nightly listening to that voice at 2 times speed. I don't know how you haven't slit your own wrist, Todd, listening to my voice that much. Todd. Well, I don't know. I hope that I help. I do have quite the backlog of videos for a person to go through. I've certainly got a lot of content on there between videos and live streams.
Make starts with craftsmanship. At Jones Paint Glass, we manufacture many of our doors locally in St. George, using materials chosen for durability, style.
I am the one exterminating sun, slipping through the trees, fingerling on the breeze. Watching the while they slowly turn, conquering the one.
Dracula. You know, another downside to inking with like ink in a bottle and nibs and brushes is you get ink all over your hands. I don't mind it, but sometimes it's kind of a pain in the ass to clean up. But yep. But are you a true artist if you're not getting your art supply material all over your hands and stuff? Sheldon, the cleanup is what keeps me from using them to ink. I finally used them to ink my last page, and it's rough. I get it. You're completely right. That is very true. Kind of having fun with this guy's muscular upper body punching shot. I don't know. It's kind of working. I hope. I think. Maybe. Thanks, Sheldon. I appreciate it.
Another mile that you've flown. I've been right by your side. There's so much more than you see. Like the wind that blows through the trees. The nights pass. I see the tears rolling down, but they're not here to stay. I know you're staring at the clouds, trying to wish them away. When you call the stars, no, I'm calling out your name. You are not alone. I watch over you. Won't let you go. You gotta know you're not alone. You are not alone. I watch over you. Won't let you go. You gotta know you're not alone. Then give you the wings to not go fly. Don't you know, say goodbye. It's everything I have to say you are. You are. Sometimes the hurt don't know how to be hit. Sometimes you question if anything's real, but you call the stars. You call now. You are not alone. So over you. Won't let you go. You are not you gotta know. You're not.
When precision gas pressure matters, professionals trust Haskell, supported by the expertise of F.
That might be a wrap on the night for me. I think I've gone as far as I care to. 2 more minutes? I can do 2 more minutes. Yeah, thanks, Todd. Anyone else who's around? Sheldon. Fun little art stream as always, guys. You like the big fist on the chick? I was kind of unsure about that, trying to have her hand coming forward and towards us. Um, no vacuum, I did. Yeah, not so far. You know what's funny is I actually ran into at my work a little tiny handheld little combination, little mini vacuum. It's a little handheld thing that could also act as a little blower. And I was actually thinking, this is exactly what these guys wanted me to get. But I still didn't do it. It's like the universe was telling me, there it is. This is the thing you guys were talking about. It's right here. You're gonna send me a vacuum. Yeah. The hell you are. It does sound like the perfect studio tool, right? Can suck up little things and then blow things off and eliminate the need for having a little brush to brush things off and agitating those guys who watch. It's true. It's a good point. I stand corrected.
Power on.
Shit. All right. I'm out here, guys. Thank you as always. I'll